Appreciate you guys coming out. Beautiful day for football, and we're excited to continue the preparation for the big game on Sunday against the Pittsburgh Steelers in Pittsburgh. What questions do you have?
John, like over the past 3 or 4 games, the defense has really found probably its consistency, probably played its best. Is there a reason when you're watching tape, is there something that jumps out at you that doing better, or something that's led to that consistency?
It's always a number of things, Jameson, and we're doing a lot of things better. We're in the right spots more often. We're playing technique better more often. Our eyes are in the right spot. Our angles are better. You know, obviously the tackling has been a lot better. Coverage has been tight. Getting pressure on the quarterback better, you know. So it's always a number of things that lead to, you know, generally better play. It's a complicated game. There's a lot of guys out there. There's a lot of techniques, a lot of chess pieces moving around, you know, and it's got to be a combination of factors.
Coach, this is your 30th meeting between you and Tomlin. Only 2 other coaches in the history of the NFL have met that many times. Have you developed sort of a friendship with him over the years, or it's a friendly rivalry?
Yeah, we have a great relationship. I have a lot of respect for Coach Tomlin, for the whole organization over there. I've got other friends in the organization over there. They're players. Everything about the Steelers you have to respect. Always was an admirer of Chuck Noll, you know, and went back and used to still study a lot of the things he said. So, yeah, Coach Tomlin and I get along really well, I feel like, but we're certainly rivals because the Ravens and the Steelers are rivals. So we're going to be rivals, and each of us are going to do everything we can to try to help our team win.
It's an old tired cliche, but it may apply here. When these 2 teams get together, you just toss out the records with Pittsburgh.
Okay.
That's a question.
It's a question? I'm not following the question part of it.
Does it matter what their record is or whatever when you're going there? And I mean, everyone's characterized.
It's just not the way it's not the way I would even think about it. I mean, that's a really good football team we're playing. This is a football team that's had a ton of success this year. And when you look at a team, you consider what you're up against. You look at every facet of what they've done, the body of work, who they play, how they played you in the past, what they're capable of doing, and that's what you take into consideration. So that other part of it really never really a factor.
There's been criticisms of the Steelers lately by their former players about their physicality or the lack thereof. Is that something you see on tape of them compared to previous seasons or anything of the sort? I
don't really pay attention to any too much criticism or too much what's said in the media, so I'm not sure what all's being said.
John, any update on Calais with the concussion protocol?
Yeah, he's in the concussion protocol. We'll just see where it goes.
But as of today, he's still in?
Yeah.
Okay.
I believe so.
What did you see out of Brandon Williams after having some games off? Looked like he was clogging things up.
He played well. Yeah, Brandon played really well. The whole defensive line played really well in that game. So just going back to that game, if that's what you want to do, I thought they were square. They had, play with their hands. They got off blocks. They had knockback. We set the edges really well. Brandon was probably the leader of that for sure, but all those guys played well.
You're facing another good running back in Najee Harris. What do you see from him as far as ability to catch the ball at the backfield and also run?
Yeah. Multi-talented, faceted running back. He's big, strong, fast. He's got great vision. As you said, he runs routes out of the backfield. He lines up out there and runs routes. He can catch it. Really good. Just an elusive. For such a big back, he's very elusive, tackle breaker type guy.
The Seymour thing, you guys announced Seymour yesterday or Monday, I forgot. Was that isolated at this point? Is he the lone guy at this point?
He's the only person that's tested positive, correct.
John, what kind of influence has Matt Canada had on that Pittsburgh offense?
He's the offensive coordinator. I mean, he's running the offense. It's a big influence.
Hey, John, we've seen Lamar make a lot of plays on the run, under duress, things like that, and it's sort of written off as he's just ad-libbing and he's real good at it. What parts of that are, though, still coached as to what players should do in those situations?
Well, I mean, it's a really broad question, Mark. It depends on what play you're talking about. If you're talking about quarterback draws, there's timing to that. There's reads he has to that. There's offensive line, obviously. There's check with me's that go with that sometimes, in terms of whether they're actually running the play or not. There are some that are built with, pass run options, where he might throw or he might run. He's got to make decisions there. Once he starts running, kind of if that's what you're asking, I think that's more gift, that's more talent. I don't think anybody, comparison not the same, but who teaches Tom Brady? Yeah, he's got reads, but who teaches the brilliance of his talent? Or O.J. Simpson, or whoever the great players are. over the years. There's certain innate gifts that Lamar has that are unique to him that you really don't coach, you know, and you kind of see those things on the field when you watch him.
John, Chase Claypool mentioned that he thought the Steelers should play music during practice. Apparently they don't. It's not like stadiums play music when you're running plays. What benefit do you get out of it?
We like to have noise at practice. When we're playing on the road, we do it for our offense. When we're playing at home, we do it for our defense. And that's just our method, you know, to try to distract, to try to have to cut through the noise with our communication. Communicating is tough in the loud environments. So you just try to create noise different ways. We do it different ways, you know. Sometimes it's crowd noise. Sometimes it's music. It's whatever it is. Whatever you choose to have that day.
John, you guys have the past 2 years really just taken off down the stretch offensively. Do you expect the same kind of progress to be made this year?
Can you say it again?
You guys have really, taken off the stretch, really succeeded offensively down the stretch the past couple of years. I guess, do you feel like the structure is in place for the same kind of improvement?
I do. You know, I'm really hopeful. You know, that's the plan. That's the idea. That's what you keep chasing. Kind of what the question that Jameson had about the defense applies to your question, I think, about the offense. You know, we're trying to just coach everything all the time, and hopefully, you know, it all clicks in a great way, and you have a good game on that next Sunday. And that's really all you hope for. We're not trying to like paint the narrative about, you know, the end of the season or all that. We know that football in December is the most valuable football of the regular season, and that's where we want to play our best, and that's what we're striving to do. And then you just keep chasing that and try to get that done on Sunday.
And you know Roethlisberger is going to throw the ball quickly. I mean, we've seen it the last few seasons. Does that force your edge guys to have a different plan, focus on different things than they would in a typical week?
What'd you say?
Roethlisberger gets the ball off more quickly than any other quarterback in the league. Like, so are they going to have to adjust what they do to that?
You know, every quarter you have to adjust every week. There's no doubt about it. I mean, in terms of, you know, just the quarterback, you're right. The timing of when the ball comes out, do they hold it? Do they scramble? Do they not hold it? You know, where are their eyes? Where's the release point? There's a lot of things that our coaches do a great job and our players do a great job of studying. So sure, there'll be some adjustments for Ben, you know, just like there is for any quarterback. And he is getting it out quick, and he's very accurate, and he's very big. He's you know, we've played him more than anybody else probably, you know, over the years. So he's made plays that would just, you know, I mean, just jaw-dropping plays against us. You know, you guys have seen him, the throws he's made, the scramble plays he's made. The red zone plays he's made, going out to his left and finding somebody. I mean, those are all indelibly marked in my brain, you know, as you can probably tell. So, yeah, he's unique.
When you watch the tape, though, does he not extend plays as much as he did in his heyday, I guess, or whatever you would call it?
Yeah, he's not doing it as much. You know, it's different. He's got a little different style than he had, but you know, it's effective, and it's the way he's playing right now. And I still don't preclude that he could do it either. You don't assume he can't. That's for sure. Maybe that's what I'm saying.
Coach, Deontay Johnson at times can get an absurd amount of targets in a game. What are the challenges with going up against a guy like him, but at the same time have to worry about a guy like Chase Claypool possibly taking the top off?
No question. If Freiermuth's getting the ball a lot, and you talked about Najee Harris gets the ball a lot. So you know, there's always players to defend with. But I know one thing: you better know where 18 is at all times. I mean, because he's going to be getting the ball, and then not just covering, but tackling him after he makes a catch. His run after the catch has been one of the best in the league. And you know, Ben does a great job. Talk about the accuracy, hitting him on the run, and he goes. You know, so that's a big part of it for us, along with Chase, along with Freiermuth, you know, along with Harris and other guys.
John, are you guys preparing as if Watt will be available on Sunday?
Yes.
Coach, are you kind of amazed at all the money being thrown around in college football, and does that mean you're due for a ring?
That was a question.
First one was too.
Anything else? Two non-answers?
I only answer the good questions.
Oh, sorry.
All right, thanks, guys.